trick you again, Toad.
Indiana Jones, Tote, and Cairo Swordsman action figures, each sold separately from Raiders of the Lost Ark collection, new from Kenner.
How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. So if you watched a month or so ago, I went to a toy fair in my hometown where I live currently, and I found the vintage Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark figure. Didn't have any of his accessories, but Hasbro sells the retro card Indiana Jones, which is essentially the same figure, just not as good, but the accessories are just fine. And I still do want to find the original accessories, but 13 bucks, I got the retro card Indiana Jones, and I completed this figure. So let's go over it.
Indiana Jones, at your service, Toad. Ah!
So the logic with this, getting this one here was like, yeah, I can still look for the vintage whip and pistol, but it's a lot easier to just buy this for 13 bucks, have a updated version of the figure, swap the accessories out, and then have the original and the vintage one. But as you can see, I got this from Amazon. That's why it's so beat up, but it is on like a retro style card back, like these original ones, like this one right here came with, and says The Adventures of Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones. And of course he's got the pistol action, and then on the back, of course, it has the rest of the first retro wave. And I would like to get at least Marion and the German mechanic, but we get Indiana Jones, Tote, German mechanic, Belloc, and Marion Ravenwood, and she's in the dress and comes with the monkey. And that was one of the most sought after figures back in the day with the original set. So yeah, that's the card art. And with all that being said, if adventure has a name, it must be Indiana Jones. Uh-oh. I did it. I opened it. I mean, it would have been nice if Amazon actually cared about the card and they sent me a decent card back, and I would have tried to keep it better, but it doesn't matter. And here's what we came for. We got the whip right here, and then the pistol is right here. Oh god, it's bent. Oh god. Already we're having trouble, y'all. There we go. Ah, it came bent. It's bent. Like a bento bean. And I think I accidentally tied a knot. Of course I did. In the whip. What the hell, Riley? What the hell? Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory. There, I fixed it. So that's the whip. That's so small. How am I gonna... It's just like a pull cord that you remember from having on a lamp when you were a kid. So that's pretty much what that is. Look, it's the vintage one. He's got the pistol in the holster and he's got his whip. I did it. I completed it.
That belongs in a museum.
I had to hit that pistol with some heat to straighten it out because it was pretty bent up, but now it's straight. And that pistol was the reason that the vintage Indy right here had a broken thumb, because it's a little bit too big for his hand, and you put it in there, and then kids would break the hands off, and that is why most of the vintage Indiana Jones figures that you'll find have broken thumbs on the left hand, or right hand. That's the right hand. But it's crazy the amount of detail they put into this back in the day. Like, his pistol fits in the holster. We got the whip. You can curl the whip and put it on his belt. So that's really cool. And then, of course, we have the new one, and there are differences in the colors of the paint, and the face sculpt is a lot softer. Yeah, it's a lot softer. But it's still really cool to have a clean, updated new version and the old original version. That's so cool. Especially because I wasn't alive when this movie came out. It is my favorite movie, though. Y'all, I will see you next time, and bye-bye. The original anti-fascist.
Return to
The mythical Walmart end cap.
Ah, Morty, you're still watching this crap, isn't this? Review figures and toys and stuff. Aren't you a little old for toys? Ah, geez, Rick, you know, I don't think you should call her a bitch, and I kind of like her videos, so maybe you should shut the up. Q, Morty. Q.